This is the final episode of Pick Six in 2023, and we're going to go out with a bang. We've got answers from Brandon Powell, Kirk Cousins, General Manager Adofo-Mensah, and KJ Osborne. Let's get right to it. The first question is actually for voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, and it's from Rudy in Elk River. He asks, back-to-back division games to end the year sounds like a tough test, especially with it being against the Packers and Lions. If you were in the huddle, what would you tell the guys? PA, take it away.
Rudy, that's a very cool question and quite the unique question. I don't know. I mean, if I'm in the huddle, what would I say? I'd probably look at the other 10 and say, when it comes to commitment, there is no in between. You're either in or you're out. So I ask you, are you in or out? In. Are you in? In. And then they just go crazy. Problem is the play clock ran down and we got to delay a game. It's a good thing I'm not in the huddle.
Love that, PA. I actually asked Jordan Hicks the same thing this week, and he said it's simple. Just take it one game at a time. And we're taking this episode one question at a time, so let's get to question number 2. It's from Anna in Forest Lake. She wants to know, it seems like Brandon Powell has come very close to taking a punt to the house. His reactions make it seem like he thinks so too. Punt returns require extremely quick decision making, both while the ball is in the air and after it is caught. What goes through his mind during a punt, and how does he keep his mind sharp other than live reps? We tracked down Brandon for this answer.
Good question, Anna. The way I keep myself focused for punt return is, just all the reps we get in the off season. We had a good punter in Mr. Wright. He kicks the ball to the moon. So it's like catching those balls all off season. It prepared me to know I trust my blockers. I know they're going to do their job. And, I've caught so many punts. It's just I'm comfortable back there catching the ball. So that's just the point where I'm at now.
Thank you, Brandon. He's already racked up 272 punt return yards so far, but really wanting to break one off for a score. Let's go on to score with question number 3. It is for Ron Johnson. Mitchell from Lakeville asks, what does the offense need to do if they may be down a few weapons on Sunday? We all know Vikings analyst Ron Johnson will have the answers.
Mitchell, that's a great question. In the NFL, it's always the next man up mentality. So with some question marks on the offense, here's the honest answer. You go to Justin Jefferson. I mean, that's the honest answer. If I'm quarterback and I'm in this offense, I'm going to Justin. But also, KJ Osborne, Brandon Powell, they've been here before. KJ Osborne has done a lot in the absence of Adam Thielen when he got hurt last year. You have to think about this. This team has some weapons. You have a guy by the name of C.J. Ham that when he gets in, he does the right things. It looks like he's coming in more on third downs to help protect the quarterback a little bit more. So at the end of the day, you have to use the next man up. So if it's KJ Osborne, Justin Jefferson, Johnny Munt, whoever it might be, that's who you have to trust. But I'm going to Justin Jefferson if I had to pick.
Thank you, Ron. Injuries have definitely been something the Vikings have struggled with all season long, including the one to quarterback Kirk Cousins. But he's been here at the facility rehabbing, and this question was emailed in from Pam for Kirk. She asks, there have been interviews with injured players this season, and some have expressed feelings of hopelessness when they aren't able to play due to extended rehab. Some of those same players and other teammates have described Kirk Cousins as being the same upbeat Kurt. Can he tell us how he's wired to maintain such a hopeful attitude? Well, Pam, Kirk was very happy to answer your question.
Pam, thanks for your question. I guess it operates on the assumption that I do have a positive, hopeful attitude in my recovery. If I was being honest, I'd tell you there were some nights and some days where I was frustrated and still am frustrated. I don't think you can wear the smile all the time. But from the moment I got hurt, I've had an inner peace and a deep belief that better days are ahead, that great things are in store, that there's more to the story. And I don't know if that goes back to my faith in God and just that He has a plan for all of our lives, and that includes this football journey, or just a trust in His plan. But I believe that there's more to the story up ahead, and it's just a matter of living into that in the days before us. But the training room has been phenomenal. I've enjoyed the treatment, the rehab. I try to go in there every day with a positive attitude and cheer up the other guys who are in there with me. And it's been a productive 2 months of rehab so far. Thanks for your question, Pam.
Well, that's certainly the reason why we all love Kirk Cousins around here in the building. Moving on to question number 5. This one is for General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, and it's coming to us from Chad in Wells. It's a simple one, but a really, really good one. This question is, Kwesi, what is the biggest difference as a second-year GM versus a first year? Here's Kwesi with the answer.
Thanks for the question, Chad. I think about this a lot. I think the biggest difference for me this year is just being used to knowing that the unusual is normal. I think they describe this job as drinking from a fire hose. I think you just get used to drinking from the fire hose, and doesn't you don't panic. You just kind of wake up every morning and think, yeah, it's another fire hose day. It's great, and it allows you to kind of thrive through that environment. And I'll continue to grow and get better in that regard.
Thank you, Kwesi. Can't wait to see what you can do in year 3. Well, this is the final question of Pick 6, and it's from Vikes Fan for Life. He wants to ask KJ what's his favorite part or quote from the book Chop Wood, Carry Water. I got the recommendation from him in his morning mow, and my company is now reading it. Thanks for the recommendation. Love the morning mow advice each day. Of course, Vikes Fans for Life is talking about morning motivations with KJ, and here he is to answer his question.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's KJ Osborne. Thank you guys for the question. Chop Wood, Carry Water is one of my favorite books. I'm glad that your company is reading it. One of my favorite quotes and notes that I have from the book was learn to live by principles, not feelings. And that kind of means to me, in my job, be a pro. There'll be plenty of days in this long season where, you may not really feel like, getting up. You may not feel like, putting in the extra work, but, this is your job. And, you need to do what you say you were going to do, in the attitude and the motivation when you said you're going to do it. And you got to do what you say you were going to do, and that's far past when the motivation is gone now for it, when you were excited for it. When it starts to get hard, that doesn't mean you quit. So you got to focus on the principles, and not just the feelings. So that's one of my favorite quotes from the book, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thanks, KJ, for the answer. That's definitely something I'll be thinking about as we head into the year 2024. I want to wish you guys a happy new year and really hopeful that the Vikings ring in the new year with a victory against the Packers on Sunday. If you want your questions to end up on Pick 6, tweet at me at Tatum Everett, or look for my call for questions, or like Pam, you can email me. Thanks for watching this episode.